Alright, guys, welcome to another episode of the Black Excellence Club podcast. Appreciate you guys being here, and today we're just gonna have a little discussion. That's cool?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's start by both of you introducing yourselves.
My name is Razi Garland.
And what you do?
What do you mean what I do?
Just Razi Garland?
I'm at the Barclay Institute, and I am from the Devonshire Parish.
From the Devonshire Parish, alright.
My name is Amon Robinson. Yeah, that's my name.
Alright, so how do you guys know each other?
We'll go up brothers.
Oh, brothers.
/ cousins / neighbors / yeah.
Okay, so basically you grew up together.
That was a good description.
Alright, so these guys, this is my nephew, guys, and this is my nephew's girl brother, as you said. Basically been together since birth. But let's talk about, so the reason you're here is because you guys both graduated high school. Some people may think like graduating high school isn't a big thing, but for some people it is, because a lot of people don't actually make it. So let's just talk about your high school experience and your road to graduation.
You want to go first? Let me go.
You go first.
So high school and the road to graduation, it was a bit of a rocky one, because not a lot of people lived through a whole pandemic and virus and all that. You feel me? We guys had to go through that while we was in high school. High school being one of the most toughest things to navigate already as it is. So with the COVID, it just made things worse. The online learning and all that. You feel me? It wasn't really working out for me. I know for a lot of other people. You feel me? Just the whole being at home, having to deal with a house full of COVID, and then having to try and deal with work at the same time. You feel me? It's just challenging. But then as things eased off from the COVID, I guess it was getting a little easier. The in-person learning, moving back into that, the transition was still a little rocky, but had to figure it out, knocked on the obstacles and just persevered through. So I guess the last stretch for me was, not to say easy, but I did all my work a little bit early, so it took the pressure off coming down to the end.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah. So for me, I can say it was rocky. Definitely, the pandemic was a big factor because during the pandemic, I wasn't really keeping up with my work. So then after the pandemic, I had to go back and do all my work. So then it was just it ended up being a lot. So I definitely recommend to get into high school. Definitely don't slacken your work. Definitely do all your work so that you don't have to go back and end up doing it in the end.
Okay. So, what was the graduation experience like?
It was wicked.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then
it was a real good moment. It was fun, yeah.
So, how much work, because I know it was different for both of you. So, what was your workload like in your last year of high school? So, I know you said yours was fairly easy.
It was different, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, even from middle school, I was doing high school work. I don't really like school, but I was always good at school. You feel me? So I tried my best to just get myself as little work as possible when it really came down to it. So in middle school, I was doing high school work, S2 work, S2 English, S1 math, and then when I went into high school, my S1 year, I was doing S3 math and S3 English, and just knocking out all my courses, knocking out everything, doing BASI programs, that's summer courses and all that, just getting my schoolwork out the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your situation was not the same. That's good, man.
Look, my situation, basically, what I said, I had to complete like a bunch of courses. I ended up doing it online and some in person. So for some it was to boost my grade up. And then for the other ones, it was like literally I had to do the classes that I didn't do. So it was like multiple classes and stuff that I had to do in the time span.
So how many years worth of work did you do in this last year? It was 2? Was it 2?
It was.
Or was it just in math?
2. And then it was another class, but that's like a different class, but it was like 2 math classes.
So basically you did 2 years worth of math classes in 1 year so you can graduate.
Yeah, and then the other classes just to boost my grade up.
Okay.
Get all my credits and stuff.
So what was having to go through all of that like for you?
It's not fun, so that's why I don't recommend it, because it's not fun. And it's just, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. If you're not gonna do it, then you're not gonna do it. It's just like that.
Do you feel your support system helped you graduate or helped you keep you in line to get where you needed to be?
Yeah, I had a good support system when I was at Berkeley. I mean, last year, definitely for sure. I could say teachers. I could say Mr. Painter, definitely for sure. Miss Keyhams. I could say Miss Lewis helped me at the end. Who else? I could definitely say Miss Waldron. Definitely helped me. Definitely Miss Riley, his mama. Definitely helped me support.
Miss Riley. You call her that at school?
Well, I'm just, I'm naming those teachers.
Teacher, you feel me? Teacher.
I can't say grandma.
Got you covered. So, okay, what you saying?
Who else?
So let's
Bassin and Wasi K.
Bassin and Wasi K. Okay, yeah. Definitely missed him. Can't forget to shout out them.
The counselors.
Miss Deal. She helped me. Because that was also like a class that I had to repeat. So I had to do that one. And then, yeah, she didn't make it too hard, She's Miss Deal was a good teacher, so everybody knows Miss Deal. Everybody's inside Miss Deal's room.
Big up Deal.
So, did you get any scholarships? Either any of you, don't matter.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Let's talk about your scholarships then.
I got a scholarship to the school that I got accepted to, St. John's. Is in New York, Queens.
Okay.
And it was for $98,000, but it's broken up between 4 years. Mm-hmm. So, like the 4 years that I will be going to get like my bachelor's degree. So. Right. That's like $24,500 per year. So, yeah, and then I got this special recognition scholarship from the Centennial Bermuda Foundation. It was $10,000, and I got the Berkeley St. Clair White scholarship. That was for $5,000. So you put that all into the pot directed towards St. John's for the yearly tuition. That's like $40,000.
Mm-hmm. So the second two you named off was just for 1 year or for all 4 years?
The St. Clair White scholarship was for 1 year, and so was the Centennial.
Okay, so that'll just be for your first year.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that was the one that you was in the newspaper for the other day?
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah, I did.
How you feel about being in the newspaper?
Son, I was like, fat, that's wicked, like, you feel me? I'm been in the paper before, but
right.
for like, different. Yeah, for something different, like,
right.
But that type of recognition, that's like, yeah, that's wicked.
Okay. So, do you, even though you got all these scholarships, do you feel like you will actually be able to get to university this year?
Nah, not to St. John's at least.
Okay.
You feel me? St. John's tuition is like $70,000
for the whole year or per semester.
per year.
Okay. Okay. So you're short like 30, 40
Yeah.
per year.
Right.
Okay. So, what were you going to study at St. John's?
Psychology.
Okay. What got you into psychology?
I didn't always want to do psychology. I wanted to be like a civil engineer for majority of my life. You feel me? Building and all that, it always fascinated me when I was younger. Like I like Legos and like stuff like that. You feel me? I played it just like something to construct. You feel me? So that always was my pathway. And then as I grew up, as I got older, I just saw like, well, like in this age, because this only like just changed like last year. You feel me? So like nowadays, I'm just seeing just a decrease in, I guess, the drive in the young people on the island, like to do more with the lives, like to
You
do
mean
big
like people
things.
your age or younger?
Like people my age, but like it starts from, I guess, middle school. You feel me? And it's really like cemented in the heads what they want to do in like high school. Like nowadays, you can't really change no high school kids' mind for real. You feel me? Anything could change their minds. So if they're stuck on something, I guess, not productive to do for their life, then it's just not like, it's not influential. It's not productive. It's nothing. Like it's just nothing coming from that. So I just want to do psychology. Want to be in a position to put young people in a position to do things, like to do things productive. So like directing them to like workshops, work programs, like show them like different trades, you know, stuff like that. Put them just get them working. Like it's too much people just doing nothing. You feel me?
So, is that something that you can do without a psychology degree?
Yeah, it could be. Like I could just talk to people, but if I got the degree, then I could like go and be like a counselor, for instance. You feel me? And I could go work in a school, and I could really make those connections, like with the kids. You feel me? With the parents, and then even be put in a position to reach out to like the Bermuda College, and then like other like places like BAC or BGA or Barrett's or like island construction, like different places to where kids could like get involved into different things. You feel me? Instead of just, I guess, thinking that school's everything that they have to do,
Right.
when it's not.
Okay. So if you were to do something like that, go into these companies you just listed off, how would you like approach them to start a program for the youth? Or you haven't thought that far yet?
Yeah, I guess that will come with the learning. That's the learning curve that I have to go through.
So I feel like if especially if you can't go to university this year, that's something that you could probably try and start. Because then, if you look at it this way, those companies will help you go and get your degree.
Right.
So even though you have these scholarships, I'm not sure if they'll still be valid next year. But then you'd be like, hey, look, can you help me go do this? And I can continue to run your program type thing.
Right.
So that's definitely something to think about, especially if you can't go this year. Yeah.
Just go to them and just ask, like, what would be the process, you know, like,
Yeah, just like
got a
you
jump
could-
start
you
on the
could-
progress.
no, like I think one way you could definitely start it is, do you have a youth development program or something like that, or are you interested in helping Bermuda's youth? Differently, you have to find your wording for each specific company,
Right.
because each company is going to be different. But for someone like, let's say, Barrett's, I feel like Barrett's and BG, I feel like they hire a lot of people right out of high school. Right, so how you can help them, because you always have to say, I can help you by, not how can you help me, because it has to be more beneficial.
I can help you
more
by-
beneficial for them than it is you. So you can say, I can help you groom employees from this age. If you give them a summer job, this, that, and the other, we're gonna help them stay on the right path, quote unquote, right path. 'Cause the right path is different for everyone. And then you have employees that you can trust. By the time they're 18, they can work on their own, they can do this, that, and the other.
And you can start them at like a lower paycheck, so you're not wasting too many resources
Exactly.
for hiring all these school kids. You feel me? So
Yeah.
Yeah. Increase the paycheck as they get older, and then once to really overage, give them what they
Yeah,
deserve.
so that's definitely ways that you can approach these. That's something that you can do now, you know, and then they can help you get your education as well. Something to think about. So what about you, Eamon? What you doing?
I'm
Paint this string.
right now I'm working, you know, grinding. I'm
What
yeah.
what type of work can you do?
I do I work with
Famous and all that.
Chris people know him as the MP at Davonshire, Christopher Famous. I'm
District
work
32.
with him.
Not that shit.
Hmm?
Not that shit. It's like a specific district. Like, you feel me? Like, what's the district? It's like district. Like, what's the district? District like that, like 32.
I don't know.
Because it's 9 parishes, but it's like 32 fucking. It's like 32 MPs. You feel me? And it's like about like they got Campbell, the others can go everything both there.
Yeah, you're right.
And then I got the other.
But I think they're both in Devonshire, though.
Right, you feel me?
I think in Devonshire works. For the layman's terms, in Devonshire works. I'm pretty sure they'll correct us.
In the comments, put in the comments.
Yeah, what district?
Which district you run, Famous?
But yeah, so that's where you've been working with him for how long now?
Little minute.
What's a little minute?
About 3 years.
3 years. Because you've been doing it as well? Yeah. So how did you get into working with him?
Plus he knows my grandmother actually. That's how I got, you could say, linked to Famous. And once I got word from my grandmother, we once I got word from my grandmother, she told me, and then from there it was just
So what type of work do you do with him? What were you doing with him?
painting, landscaping, I guess you could say a little bit of renovating,
Okay. So,
stuff like that.
and you was doing the same thing too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, I love stuff like that.
Okay. So would you say you've learned enough from working with him that you can go and do your own thing? Doing the same stuff?
For sure.
Yeah.
I always said that like if the psychology didn't work out, like push comes to shove, like I could start like a little landscaping company or like a little painting / thing, you feel me? We guys could probably work on it together, like got a group of people, everybody put some in. Just figure it out from there, like even if we only have like a lawnmower and a couple weed whackers to start off, like we getting Famous here right now, you feel me?
Right.
Just start from something, just grow it from a young age. We guys could do something, you feel me?
Okay.
But that's push comes to shove. Always got a backup plan, you feel me?
I agree with that. So, what do you see yourself doing with the rest of this year if you aren't going to university?
I'm gonna get a job for sure, like full-time job.
Full-time job?
Yeah, cause right now I'm just doing like this little internship. It's not really nothing serious, but you know, it's putting some money in my pocket for a little.
So what
bit.
are you doing in this internship?
Marketing.
Marketing.
Yeah, like this guy's got this startup business, and I'm gonna do like his social media marketing. I'm gonna manage his social media accounts. It's kind of hard. I'm not even gonna lie. It's kind of hard. That just because like I said, it's a startup business. Like he doesn't really have a lot of his product yet. Like he hasn't gone to the bank like on the business tip or nothing like that. You feel me? Yeah, I don't know why Kayla's doing this. You feel me? Like she don't know what I'm on. But right, he's got like this startup business, so he ain't really got too much customers. So it's kind of hard to find out the marketing and all that. You feel
So
me?
what is his? Are you able to say what his business is called? 'Cause you could just
Yeah,
plug it here.
at Lockett BDA. You feel me? At Lockett
You're working with
Dallas.
Yes. Okay,
Dallas
I know
Scott.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. That's why your mama was promoting that post about the thing.
Yeah, you feel me? Got the word out
I'm
there.
like, how does she know him? But okay, you're working with Dallas. All right. So how do you find working with him being, even though it's just a startup, but how do you find working with him as a person?
It was cool. Like, I feel like it's cool. All things considered, like starting up a business and all that. Like, it's stressful. I would say, like, having to manage all that, and then especially like the ups and downs. And right now, like I said, he doesn't really have a lot of customers, so
Right.
it's down in a sense. But it was heads up. You feel me? It's still progressing. Everything's looking sharp. You feel me? We're getting more and more followers, and I'm doing a lot of research. There's a lot of locker companies out there, you feel me, like across the globe. You feel me? Like for the mobile locker, like the thing that he's doing, he's trying to put into the world as technologists and evolving, he's trying to be in the evolutionary process of it. So we're garnering a lot of followers, and it's a lot more than a lot of other locker companies have got, you feel me? So I guess what I'm doing for the most part is working.
Okay. So, what is the product that he has?
He has a mobile locker. So it's like, let's say you got a helmet or something, you're carrying it with you, or like you got a bag, something, your laptop's in it, you're walking around town or something, like in Bermuda. So you don't feel like carrying all this around. Like, let's say you're coming from work or you're on your lunch break and you just got all your stuff with you, or you even just knocked off, and you're about to go and buy something else. You won't be carrying all this stuff with you. You leave your bag, you leave your helmet inside the locker, lock it, gives you a little bar kit, keep that with you. But that's just the little startup product right now. 'Cause like I said, it's a startup business, so it's just got the, I guess, mundane version of the product that he wants to have. Like, so the product that he would have would have like a digital bar kit, so you wouldn't have to worry about keeping no paper thing, you feel me? So you would put the digital bar kit, just have it in your phone, come back, boom, boom, boom.
Again.
And it's locked, it's safe, it's even got a little charger in it, you feel me? If you got a little laptop, charge it up.
Okay.
Leave your phone in there, charge it up.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to promote right now, you feel me? Lock it.bm.
Check you plugging someone else's business. Well done. I like that because I met him through the Ignite program. So I saw when his first prototype came in and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
he's been working on that for a few years now. So it's nice that he finally has it out there and is open for people to use. So what is some things that you've learned in your lives thus far that you think can help someone else?
Definitely learned in my life to have perseverance. Definitely, for sure.
Elaborate on perseverance before you move on.
Yeah.
What do you mean by perseverance? Like, what do you mean by that?
Really, just in life, no matter what, just keep on going. Really.
Don't let no one stop you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned in my life to always keep your head up. Know that everything does happen for a reason, and just always have a plan, always set goals, and no matter what anybody says to you, like always stay true to yourself. You feel me? Like, just always know what you want to do, and don't let nobody else's actions deter you from your dreams and your goals in life. Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions for me?
How you feel about like all this podcast stuff and like all these startup stuff that you have in the development?
That I'm doing. It's hard. It's not easy. I feel like especially here in Bermuda because there's not a whole lot of podcasts happening in Bermuda. Versus if you're somewhere else, it'll be easy. Like I wouldn't have to do this in my room. I can go and sit in a space and do it. You know?
For cheap. Like,
Here is not. At least I don't know of any podcast studios that you can go and rent. I'm not gonna say it's none there, but it's none that have been put directly in my face.
right.
I know while I was in the Ignite program, One Communications did I think they called it like a media studio. It's not necessarily a podcast studio. It's like if you have some ads you need to go and do, or you need to do something for social media, that's what I think is best for, not necessarily sitting and have a podcast like this. But some things that I'm figuring out is how to make money from it. So one way that I know I can make money from it is from sponsors or advertisers. So like Dallas with his company, he can come and just pay for advertisement, even though we just give him a free one. But actually, next one, man's gonna have to cough up something, but something like that. Or anyone that has a product or a service, different things like that. And then also sponsorships, so like how I said, you can go to BGA or Barrett's. I can also go to BGA or Barrett's and be like, hey, you guys have any new products coming out? I've got this podcast.
I could shout you out, you feel me?
Right.
You guys can give me like a couple on it.
Exactly.
Then as your podcast, like, Grizz, couple thousand.
Yeah.
I'm going to 2 questions.
All right, go ahead.
Who in Bermuda do you want to podcast? I mean, do you want to do a podcast with?
To interview?
Like, y'all, like who you could do it right now?
That's a good question.
And whatever space you want, whatever. And like America. Or like, yeah.
Okay, so from Bermuda, if I could select a company that I would interview right now, I think it'll be one of the banks. And I say that because I feel like the banking system in Bermuda is just ridiculous. Like the amount of fees that we're paying, and then it's also not beneficial for new businesses. I can say that for myself, because I literally sat down the other day and I was looking at how much am I actually paying this bank just to have this account open right now.
Tell them to give more back Bermudians lands. Tell them that.
That too. I mean, see with that, I don't understand the loan process in Bermuda. Because in the States, it's based on your credit score, and that's something that you can actively check. But in Bermuda, they use a credit score, but what is my credit score based on? What are the requirements for my credit score? Where are you going and accumulating this number?
It's based off of,
and
like, isn't it based off of like how much you're in debt, or like how long you're in debt for? Isn't that what like degrades your like credit score or something like that?
I believe is that paying your bills on time, different things like that. From what I understand for the U.S., but Bermuda's different. So my thing is like, how does this work? So that's definitely a good question. It's like, what are my requirements that really gotta learn? Because I know I've been through that process. They just throw a number at you. I'm just like, well, how are you getting this number? What are the factors that's giving you this answer? Right. And then another reason I would want to talk to the banks is to talk about investing, because I feel like that's not something that we as Black people talk about a lot. And also, I just feel like we just don't have the information to start doing it. In Bermuda, it has to go through the bank. So it's like, well, you as a banking system, you make money by people investing, so why aren't you talking about it more? Or why aren't you putting it to my community more? That's who, if whichever bank, it don't matter, we only got 3 banks here. Well, whatever 3, if you guys see this, let me know. I got plenty of questions for all, like, someone in every level of your establishment.
At HSBC, at Butterfield, at Clarion.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be for Bermuda. Stateside, if I had to choose one person I want to interview right now. Ooh. Do they have to be in podcasting? It doesn't matter.
Just anybody.
Dude, in Bermuda, they didn't have to be in podcast, like a random person, like whoever. And then in America, or wherever, a random person, whoever.
I would say Jordan Welch is a YouTuber, a Black YouTuber. So he started YouTube, like, documenting his journey on doing, was it drop shipping? E-commerce drop shipping. So like, you have a product, you don't have it physically, but it's coming from China and going directly to the person. You're taking out the middleman type thing. and he consistently documented his journey, and he did it, and he sold his company for multi-millions. So I just want to know, bro, how, like, I know I watched you do it, but what was going on in your head as you was doing this, and what is next for you? Because, like, yeah, you're sitting on dollars, but it's like that's not it. I know he has other businesses as well, like where he's teaching people how to do the drop shipping thing and different things like that. But
So what's the plan for the money now?
yeah, like how we're gonna keep growing. Like that's someone that I would definitely like to interview stateside.
How do you go about advertising your merchandise? Like you have this brand,
Me,
as you can see,
yes,
you're wrapping it beautifully right now. You feel me? So how do you go about advertising it? Like I said, I'm doing this marketing thing right now. So I guess learned a lot about the advertising portion of a business. So how do you go about doing that for yourself?
Me personally, I suck at it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lie. I absolutely suck at it. But I know how I can do better, and like I just need to start posting it more. 1, 2. Honestly, I feel like social media helps, but it doesn't guarantee you anything. So I need to go physically find people like, hey, have you heard of my brand? Oh, you haven't? Look, this is it right here. You want one? What size you wear? Because now I'm got you trapped, basically. I have you trapped.
And it's like you can't say no to free merchandise.
Exactly. Like I'm right here in front of you. I have it right here.
And then as more
Oh, you
people
ain't got
walking
cash? No
around with
problem.
it.
I got a website. Plug in your information. And here you go. You got it one time, like, you know?
So I said even overlays or something like that.
Yeah, like-
Right. So I think I need to learn how to hustle. That's the difference. I was listening to this podcast the other day. They was talking about like a lot of people, they don't know how to hustle, and that's why they're not making any progress with anything that they're doing.
For sure.
And I was like, man, I needed to hear that, because it's like, yeah, I'm got all this product sitting here, but I have not once been out and like just taking the bag with me, like, hey, you guys heard of this? You guys like this? You want one? I'll give you a discount. Here you go. But I haven't done that, so still got products sitting there. But when it comes to like advertising on social media, I feel like having people with a following posting it, wearing it, posting it, stuff like that, that can help, because it's putting it into more in front of more people. They don't necessarily have to buy it.
Even if you gave it to me, and not even just
do that, like as a person.
But that takes research.
And you don't give it to random people. You gotta give it to people.
You gotta be strategic about it.
Of promise, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like you really gotta find like a main person. Like even if you got in touch with Bert or Ben, you feel me? Like somebody big, even famous. Just give one to famous. You feel me, bro? I tell your boy where that Belkid. Tell your boy where that anywhere.
True,
to
when
a
you put it
meeting-
that way, yeah.
To a meeting, your boy saying, "Y'all." You feel me? Throwing the heel. My ace girls got a little business. You feel me, man? Just gotta rap it. It's for the culture. And that's all his gotta say.
Literally, it is
You
for the
feel me?
culture. Period.
So y'all just like
So,
things
yeah.
like that.
Definitely can do that. But yeah, it's just finding the right people to put in the product. People that represent the culture, you know, really want. I mean, when I say for the culture, it's for Bermuda, not necessarily black people. But it's just finding people that embrace our Bermuda culture and putting it on them, and just go from there. So yeah.
For sure.
What size you wear?
I'm a large.
Yeah, small, right? Cool. Y'all have something by the end of this episode, guys. So you'll see it on the
We'll
on the
welcome it next
socials.
time.
All right. Any other questions for me? No.
Oh, no.
I don't.
No. Anything that you want to talk about that we haven't talked about? It doesn't have to be business. Really doesn't really matter.
Like a random topic, or like
If it's something you want to talk about, let's talk about it.
We could talk about the pressure of school and how guys nowadays are forced to, like, I guess, be great in school Like everybody has to be outstanding. Everybody has to move to the next phase of education, like tertiary education, and like I guess that that structure is just getting too outdated. I would say, you feel me?
I mean, yeah, because I ain't really like it in school. I can definitely say that. I did not like going to school. I feel like the hours are too long. Me personally, definitely feel like the hours are too long. Like 8 hours a day is like a bit much to be hitting books. I feel like for 8 hours a day. Oh, man.
What would you say your learning style is?
My learning style is learn, do something else constructive, learn, do something else constructive, learn, do something else constructive.
When you say do something else constructive, you mean practicing it, like with your hands?
Yeah, I feel like
watching it.
that's
or
how I
listening?
like. I'm
to write Barkley classes are a little bit longer than other people's classes at those schools. So our classes is like 90 minutes. So it's like on a day you might have a bad day because you got all these classes. Like your hardest subjects all in one day, and you know you gotta be there. And for that 90 minutes, you feel me? You gotta clock in, and then it's just, and then that's your school day. So then that's pretty long when you think about it.
Right.
If it's your hardest subject, because you know. That's,
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't want every class every day.
So
I feel like it all
say is your
depends.
math class. You have that 90 minutes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or is it like
Nah.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
We only
and
have it
math?
like we have 8 classes, like including advisory throughout the whole week. So we have those 8 classes on a Monday, and then the first 4 classes in our schedule we have on the Monday. The last 4 classes we have on the Tuesday. The Wednesday, and then they reverse the order on the Thursday for the Tuesday schedule, and then they reverse the order on the Friday for the Wednesday schedule. So we only really have each class 3 days a week.
Oh, okay. So that's why it's 90 minutes.
I feel like
So
I'm
with
fine with that. You feel me?
So with
I don't
that,
like
the
because
preferred.
I'm the type of learner, like, my brain don't work like you can't just shove information inside my head. Like, you can't talk to me for a long amount of time, you feel me?
You have like a
Because,
short
no,
attention
I'm not-
span.
It's not even that, but like a brain, like, you're talking to me for so long, how am I supposed to retain every single thing you said right now?
Sure.
To be able to really bring it back up. Like, I can maybe talk about it for a day or two, whatever, but after that, I'm gonna miss out whatever percentage of what you said. Like, it's like a saying or whatever, that your brain only picks up a certain percent of information in general. You feel me? So I feel like times like that when information just been spat at you for like a long period of time, you already know you're not going to pick up a certain amount of percent. So then it's just like, that's even more information that you probably miss. So it's like, it might have been said to you, but it's, you know, it's like the repetition of everything. Stuff could get lost is basically what I'm saying.
Right. So I feel like that structure is preparing you for university, because that's how it is. Like at
you got
college,
lectured.
it is a lecture for 90 minutes, and that's 3 times a week, or 2 times a week if it's on Tuesday and Thursday. So in that aspect, they're preparing you for the higher level of education. But why is it that everyone has to do higher level of education?
Right, and that's what they have to like take out. You feel me?
Yes.
They need like different schools for different people.
Right.
Like this is
So-
the point.
Since
Like,
I was a child, I never planned on doing that. You feel me? Like,
Higher
I might
education?
have- No, since I was a child, I knew about school and college. Like, I knew that I was learning in whatever, preschool, lecture, whatever. I knew that my teacher was teaching me something. I knew that when she was reading a book, she was helping me learn how to read. And that it was doing all writing, I'm practicing how to write. So it's just like, stuff like that, the necessities. And then after that, after a certain point, you just need to be learning your necessities. And I feel like school, it's just a bunch of nothing and a little bit of necessities, basically, is what I'm saying.
So they're not teaching life skills, you mean? They're not teaching how to
Certain-
live after school.
Certain life skills. But, you know,
Because like, where are you
'cause
going to use the
somebody-
algebra if you're not an engineer?
No, I mean, because
Like-
somebody could literally go to college and have no common sense and have a degree.
Very true.
but they don't have no common sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like to a certain extent, it doesn't mean nothing. To a certain extent.
Right.
But if the person is already that type of person to where they don't even fit into that category that I was just not talking about, then it don't even apply to them because that's not even the people that I'm talking about.
I feel like that all depends though, because I'm getting college, you feel me? And I would say that I'm book smart and I'm street smart, you feel me? In a sense. Like, I feel like that all depends on what the person was doing all that time, you feel me? Like, a lot of people, like I previously said, a lot of people do nothing. Like, they're not exposed to a lot of stuff. From a young age, we guys been exposed to a lot of stuff. So even though we're going on two different paths, like after high school, like we both graduated from high school, you feel me? But even though we're going on two different paths after that, it's like mentally we're still on the same page. Like, yes, I'm going to keep learning, but mentally we're still on the same page. A lot of people are going to keep learning, but mentally they ain't really got nothing in their head to really use. Like, they ain't been exposed to enough situations in general to where they could really use all the information that they're implementing.
Some people in college, walking around college campuses, if you was to pull a map in front of them and point at like a known country or the country that they live in, they would get it wrong, and I find that crazy. You're paying thousands of dollars to be inside college, and you're learning a bunch of nothing.
So do you know the map? You know your geography?
Map. That's something that everybody should know. These are funny videos I'm talking about right now.
You don't know every spot on the map, fam.
Bruh, what?
You know where each continent is.
Right now?
Phil, yes, because I promise you don't know every spot, bro. Because you're trying to say you know every country, state, island, peninsula.
We could do this on the podcast, man.
Yes, bro. A blank one? You got a blank one? Name all 52 states right now. Name all 52 states right now.
Oh, 52 states is crazy, fam.
If you know every continent,
even American, I could try it.
if you know every bro, if you could see a blank map, bro, and point to me every state, island, peninsula, and country, bro, then you can name all 52 states to me.
I can name a good bit of states, fam.
Name 30.
So what are these states again? Georgia, Louisiana. What's another state? St. Louis, Florida. What's the states one? Maryland. Is New York a state?
Yeah, yes.
Kansas, Kentucky. What else? California, Texas, New Mexico, Utah.
New Mexico.
Utah.
New Mexico is a state.
I don't know what they call it, man. I'm just naming those stuff.
New Mexico is not in like Central America.
No,
I don't know, man. Fuck, I don't know.
I'm
about to look that up. Where's New Mexico, bro?
What else?
I have one, but I can't find it.
How many I said, bro?
Bro, you want like 10, bro.
I'm on more than 10.
So what did you say? Let's count
I'm
them.
on 9.
Let's
Look.
count them. What you said? It's like, man,
I can't remember everything that I said just now. But look, right?
I know
But
what
a lot
he
of
said.
people can't name off.
If he
states.
says it again, I knew.
Where's Minnesota too?
Minnesota's on the west.
Colorado.
Not west, but Midwest. I think it's called.
too.
Colorado is same thing. I think it's Midwest.
Colorado.
Or just west of the Midwest. See, I only know these countries because I like to
Washington,
travel.
DC. That's in
What's
Maryland.
what? Yes.
Okay, I said that. I already said New York.
Washington
Staten Island,
is
New
a
Jersey,
state.
Washington is Washington the state, and then Washington D.C.
And then you got Savannah, and that's in Georgia. What else? Then you got
Yeah, you are like 15.
How many states are there?
Like 50.
Can't be 50. What? It's 50.
Bro, I could name a couple states,
What's
bro.
a state? Okay, I don't know the difference between a state and a city.
Bro.
Okay, so the state is like Bermuda, and then the city is like Hamilton.
I can't name it. You feel me?
I'm saying, but that's the difference.
Bro, if you say the state and the city together, bro, then you would know which one's the state and which one's the city.
It's like Hamilton,
How many do I
Bermuda,
have to do?
or Atlanta,
Bruh,
Georgia.
If you're giving for 30, bro, you got like 15 more. If you're giving for 50, you got like 25 more, bro.
Bro,
Mississippi, bro. Alabama.
This is.
Go back, so I can't see your name, so I'm not cheating.
Oh,
Come on, man.
I'm not trying to do that right now. Well, look, this is the map. Hold it up for the camera. But like, the reason I got this because you know how when you was a kid, like, you scratch stuff off with a coin. So every time I travel somewhere, I'm gonna scratch it off.
Man.
This is why I have it. But it's like this is all the U.S. and all that. But it's
Kind of beat.
It's a lot.
Right, if
It's
you was to
bigger
put
than
it
you
back, I
think.
could name.
No, you can't. Man. Shut up, man. Shut up,
Bro,
man.
put it back there so I can name. Be quiet.
This is the states. Here you go. This one's all states.
I said California. I said New Mexico. I said Texas. I said Louisiana. You said Alabama. I said Georgia. I said Florida. I didn't say North Carolinas. I didn't say Virginia. I said
You didn't say the place
Kentucky.
you was born, fam?
I said, bro, love yourself.
Bro, love yourself, bro. You named every state but the one you was born in, bro.
Pretty sure I said Kansas. I said New York and all that. I didn't even know about Buffalo and Maine and all that. That's too
See, I say a man,
I said
bro.
Minnesota. Look how big Minnesota is. You said Nebraska. I didn't say Dakota or nothing like that. I said Colorado. I said Utah. I didn't say Nevada or Oregon. I didn't say Seattle. I said Seattle in my head, bro.
You didn't
That's
say
what-
Seattle.
that's-
You didn't
that's
say
a lot.
Idaho
I
either.
said Seattle in my head, bro.
But Seattle's not.
Canada.
Seattle's a city.
I was, bro.
It's
Why?
in Washington.
They got the same
Washington.
figures. They got the
South
same
Washington.
structures, man. They both got that thing that thing that looks like it's from the 6, like in the 6.
And then Alaska and Hawaii are considered part of the 50. I think it's 51 if you count Hawaii. I don't know.
America's
not
got
my-
a bunch of nothing states. That's
It's
why.
not. It's not
It's
my.
got a bunch of states where nobody lives.
No, man, it's just stuff that you don't know people from and you ain't never heard of and it ain't popular. Just because
nobody lives there.
Just because Dirk ain't from Nebraska, bruh.
AKA nobody lives there.
If
bruh.
Dirk was from
Nothing
Nebraska,
fucking-
bruh.
It's
If
not-
Dirk
it's
was
nothing
throwing off the
happening.
North Dakota, bruh, you would be all over the
You would-
Dakotas,
You would know what
bruh.
it is.
Just because it's from Cargo, bruh, you know Cargo.
Bro, you can't, bro. If you was to name off how many people you knew from Chicago,
I don't know nobody
pass
from
your
Chicago,
fingers.
bruh.
What?
I don't know nobody from Chicago, bruh.
No actors.
You know
No-
famous people from
no
Chicago,
actors, no
bruh.
performers.
Bruh,
Exactly.
you
that's what I'm
probably
talking
know
about.
actors, bruh, but you don't even know that they're from these places, bruh.
Bro, if
True
it
or
was-
false, bruh?
If it was enough,
True or false?
if it was.
I look up
enough
Tom
of
Cruise
these
right now. Where
people-
Tom Cruise is from, bruh?
Bro, if it was enough of these people, where's the American map? Where's the American map? Bro. If it was people from all the way up here, you would know about all the way up here. But you
Bro,
know
we
about
know
all the
people.
way down here,
This
bro.
guy Tom Cruise
That's
is
because we're
61 years
closer to them.
old, bruh.
No, not even that. It's because people are right here, bro. People's right here.
But you know why?
Nobody's right here,
But
bro.
you know why?
No famous people, no nothing. It's
You
just
mean
a
no black
bunch of...
famous people.
No, not even black. Black people are the main famous people, really. Because black people do
I
everything.
thought it was born in New York, but that's besides the point, you feel me,
Black people
bruh?
really do. I'm saying, if you look at it, black people really do everything. So really,
It's black
it
people
would be where
everywhere,
black people,
but they always
people are
migrate
not
to these
everywhere.
places.
black people are not everywhere.
Black people are
There's a
everywhere,
black
fam.
person in
Black
every
people are not
state.
everywhere.
Bruh,
Yeah.
black people are everywhere. I'm been pure places, bruh. Don't even try to do that. I'm been more places than you,
These guys
bruh.
don't say black people are
I've been
everywhere.
more places than you, bruh.
Black people are not everywhere, fam.
Amen.
Why do you think that?
Amen Robinson.
Why do you think black people
when
aren't
you go
everywhere?
places, and you
Amen.
see a black person, you're like, ooh, it's another black person.
Because you don't expect.
Because
to
you don't
see her.
expect
Because you see a bunch of other people.
No, because you're like, oh, fact, black. Because we got this mentality that black people ain't nothing, bruh.
No.
So we don't expect
You
to see black
a
people in
bunch
places
of
that you're
other
too,
people,
bruh.
And then you spot out the other black person, and you're like, hey, black person, it's a bunch of other people right here. I recognize you. And then you keep it pushing through a bunch of other people. What are you talking about?
Because in these places that you're at, man, you're away, bruh, is high profile places, bruh. You're in a mall 24/7.
No, bro. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about in your community, bro, whatever. Where you find out you got another black neighbor in your old white neighborhood. Cool, that's your black
In your what?
neighborhood.
In your what?
Old white neighborhood.
Why you in an old white neighborhood then?
You
Go to a black
why?
neighborhood, you will see some black people, bruh.
That's my point. What is this guy talking about, bro?
There's a projects in every single state. I'm sorry.
No, but that's my whole.
This guy just said in a white neighborhood, you're surprised to see a black person in a white
No,
neighborhood.
because you didn't.
You're gonna be
You didn't hear what
confused.
he just now said.
So if you're in a
He
black
just now said,
neighborhood,
no,
aren't you gonna
bruh.
be surprised to see white people, bro?
He just
If
now
you're in the
said-
ghetto,
Bruh,
bro,
stop
are you
cutting
gonna
off,
no,
bruh.
bro? Because if you're in the ghetto, bro,
Bruh.
are you gonna be surprised to see white people just
Bruh,
cooling
you
out,
can
bro?
talk and I can talk, bruh.
Is that true or false, bro? Say yes or no. Say true or false. Say true or false, bro. Just answer the question.
You just now said.
Just say true or false, bro.
You're gonna go
So
there
Tyra,
and
is he
see
saying true or
black
false,
people.
bro?
That's proving
I
my
don't think
point,
he's
bro.
saying true or false, bro.
That's
You just
proving
said
my
a
point,
nothing
bro.
statement, bro. A white people neighborhood, you're gonna see white people. And a black people neighborhood, you're gonna see black people.
My
And in
whole
either
point
one of these
was-
neighborhoods, if you see somebody from the opposite race, you're gonna be
Yeah,
confused,
Bro,
bro.
Yeah,
my
they'd be like,
whole
yo, what are
point
you doing
was,
here?
is that when you're in the other places, you don't see that much people, bro. That was my whole point. When
Yes,
it
and
comes
that
to
all
certain-
depends if the
That's why we
population
call-
is higher in the white population or higher in the black population. Even Hispanic,
I'm
even
talking
Asian,
about-
even flipping.
I'm talking
I don't even think
about
there's another
in
one out there, but
general,
yeah.
I'm talking about in general, bro. In general, the reason why you know so many people from these places is because a lot of people live there. That's what I'm saying, bro. No matter if they're white, no matter if they're black, we already knew that a lot of black people are famous. That was the whole point.
You gotta
bro.
remember though, certain states as well though are higher profile states, bro.
It's not
Chicago
about
is a
that,
rundown
bruh.
state.
It's not about that, bro.
Kentucky
It's not
run
about
down.
that,
North
bruh.
Carolina,
A
certain
lot of people
spots
live there.
run down,
A
bro.
lot of
Georgia,
people
certain
live there.
spots run down.
How is it run down? Okay, so tell me this, right? Tell me this.
Higher profile
Chicago-
places,
okay,
bro.
okay, so tell me
Utah,
this. Okay.
higher profile states,
All
bro.
right, bro. You could talk, then I could talk, bro. You could talk, then I could talk. Tell me this, bro. Why? You just now brought up Chicago. People talk this and that about Chicago being dangerous. When you look at it on the actual rate and the states when it's rated, they're not that high up, and that is because
They have a
lot
lesser
of people
population.
live. No, they have more population, bro. A lot of people lives there, so it doesn't look as bad. They could cover. They could certain stuff. They could cover it up. They could
Because
whatever,
you know
whatever.
Chicago is a city, right?
Bro, my whole point is that where it is a lot of people.
Right, so the city
Illinois
of
is the
Chicago
state.
may be dangerous, but the outskirts of
in
Illinois
other places
may not be.
Okay, so then listen.
Exactly.
Okay, so then Dawn her, right? Dawn her, but less people live, and there's a lot
What are you
going
looking
on.
at down there?
Dawn her.
Louisiana
specific-
still considered a dangerous space, bro.
That's because a little bit of people live there, bro, and a lot goes on. Whereas up here, a lot of people live here, and then the stuff that goes on doesn't affect that much people. Because
So then,
a lot
what
of
do you
people
say
live
about
here.
Florida, bro? That's one of the highest populated places in all of this, bro. So then, what you gotta say about Florida?
My whole point is that Dawn here is actually where the highest rankings are. That's my whole point. Is Dawn here.
But you're talking, but you said the highest populated places do. They don't have.
The highest populated
A lot of-
places
a lot
are
of that.
down there on the ranking. These populated places are up there on the ranking, and they have a little bit of people. These places
What?
have a lot of people, and they're down there on the ranking.
This place has a lot of people and it's high on the ranking, bro. That's
Bro,
my
you're
point,
talking
bro.
about one place, bro. I'm talking
about a place, period, bro.
I'm talking about down here. That's so small. If you look at the area that I'm circling right now,
What's the state? What is this?
Okay, so what about Texas, bro?
Louisiana. I'm talking about Louisiana to Mississippi to Alabama, Atlanta included.
Alabama's
all that,
crazy
bruh.
too. They got a lot of people.
But they don't have as much as New York, and New York.
New York's a
down there,
city,
bruh.
bro.
But this
It's a
area,
state.
bruh, this
And
area,
it's
a
a
state-
city
it's a
and
state
DC
and
at
a
the
city.
same time.
they have a lot of people. That's my point, bruh.
And it's still a high death rate. We can look up your death rate if you want to, bro.
It's
I'm
not
looking that shit up
high,
before,
bruh.
bro.
It's not that high, bro.
Bro. I'm gonna have to do this shit for
It's
work
not that
before,
high.
bro.
I'm talking about dangerous stuff, bro. I'm not talking about death rates and all that. You know what I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about dangerous stuff.
So do you feel that? So you feel that black people aren't everywhere?
Like, I don't know what that
Black
statement
people
is,
are not
bro.
everywhere, bro.
Well, not everywhere.
Black people live where black people live, bro. It's
Where do-
unsafe for black people to live where black people don't live, and that's a fact.
Okay.
That's also a fact.
Okay.
But even in places down here where black people live, stuff doors go on. I'm talking about racism, though.
Mhm.
Stuff doors go on.
Yeah.
Still. But other places where black people don't live, black people normally don't choose to live.
Right, black people choose to improve the areas that they do live in. Small ones, at least. So that we can be in an area that is like the rest, but it's still our area. That should be every black person's goal, bro. Not to get out
That's
and
my
go
whole
somewhere
point.
else.
That's my whole point.
You never ever said that. I didn't
How
write
is
your
that not my
sentence,
whole
bro.
point?
Did you ever say that?
I don't remember.
How did I
saying
not
that.
say that?
But I feel like
Bro,
that's
all
what
you
you're
said-
I
going
brought up
to
the
is-
whole example.
You said that black people aren't everywhere, bro. That was your whole basis. But my point is, black people are
And you
everywhere,
just
bro.
now said that black people prefer to be in the area and make it better. That proves my point.
No, I said that's what they should prefer.
And that's
But
what
a
they
lot of
do.
black people go and move
You
out,
said
bro.
that's what they do, bro.
The whole
You did not
get
say
out-
they move out.
The whole ghetto perspective, bro. Y'all ain't made it out.
He is
You
the
sh- you
minority,
should-
bro.
A lot of people should stay there,
He
bro.
is a one-off guy, bro. His brother told him not to do it. He said, "Black people don't do this shit. What are you doing?
Do what?
True or false?"
Do what?
Who
When
said
when the black guy in Get Out, bro, his brethren.
I'm not
It's
talking
a-
about a
I'm not talking
movie,
about the
bro. You
movie.
retarded, bro.
You just now said Get Out.
No, no,
bruh.
no.
The
He's
get
talking
out
about-
perspective,
like,
bro.
as in get out of the
like
hood.
get out of the hood, bro.
Ew, I know you said Get Out.
Yo, me, oh, bro.
You said Get Out, bro.
Nah, you meant like get out.
Bro,
of
I'm
the-
talking about-
get out of your
But
situation.
even still, bro, you could use Get Out as an example, bro. When that black guy, bro, ran off with that white girl, his brother was like, "Bro, what are you doing? This ain't what
Bro,
we
please
do.
stop referencing the
This
movie,
ain't our
bro.
area." And then something happened, bro.
I've never
blank,
seen that
bruh.
movie. so
I'm
I
never
can't
seen
talk
it
about
either, bro, because
How you
I
never
never
seen
wanted to
Get
watch
Out,
that
bruh?
movie,
Because
bro.
people talked about it too much.
Exactly, bro. That's why I
I
never
go
watched
against the
Poet
grain,
either,
so-
bro. I heard too much about it before I got a chance to watch it,
A lot
bro.
of the shit that people talk
No.
about.
I watched it before it started. I watched it while people were talking about it. I didn't get into it after people started talking about it. That's the point. How I watch shit, at least.
So let's go back to what you're saying about the what was it? The stereotype of having to go to school or something like that.
Right. I forgot.
That's what we was talking about.
Um, right.
So
this
you feel
stereotype.
like the schools, like let's talk about Bermuda in particular. Do you feel like Bermuda is preparing you for? It's really just trying to make you to go to college, or do you feel like it's preparing you for life outside of high school,
I
like
feel like
real
it's-
life?
I feel like it's making you go to college in a sense because, like you said, the courses are so hard and they're so rigorous. But I feel like not every job in the world requires you to go to college. Like, electricians, not every electrician has to go to college. You feel
Right.
me? You can learn it from another electrician.
Yeah,
That's
so-
a tradescraft. All you have to do is learn the trade. You feel me, bro? Masonry, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But then people like doctors, you can't just learn that from somebody. You feel
No.
me? You gotta actually go. You gotta figure that out. You gotta find your way to be
Yeah.
a doctor. You feel me? A lawyer. You don't want no lawyer that's just off the street. You want a lawyer. You feel me, bro? Guys are
Right.
paying for lawyers. You feel me? Like that type of stuff, those types of jobs, actuaries. You feel me? People that are dealing with your money, managing your money. You don't want no random person doing that. You don't want nobody with no certifications. You feel me? But all that other type of stuff, like I could paint your house. You feel me? I could mow your grass. I have no degrees. You feel me? I don't need no horticultural degree or nothing like that. You feel me? Maybe to get real integrated in it, but you want your hedges trimmed, you want your yard cleaned up all nice. You feel me? You want your house done up. You want your interiors. You feel me? Whatever the case may be.
Right.
I don't need no degree for that. So not everything you necessarily need a degree for, I feel like. And people have shown that.
So do you feel like Bermuda should bring back trade schools?
For sure.
Because that's something that we used to do, but they say it's barely. Well, I can't say. I'm not too sure exactly, but I know a lot of people complaining that it's like it's not a good plumbing program, electrical program, different things like that. I feel like that's what we need in Bermuda. Like there's only so many exempt companies that are gonna hire all Bermudians, right? So there's only so many positions that a Bermudian can take up in those types of companies. But they need the plumbing done, they need electrical done. Why aren't we
You need your house
helping-
built, you feel me?
Why aren't we helping more young people get into these trades? Because really, trades make more than professions, you know.
Because then you're just
Because
forcing people
you start out at $30-$40 an hour. You go work at an exam company, start at 20-25. Yeah, you're working a little more, cool, but you're learning more. So the more you learn, the more experience you have, the more you make. So an exam company, as someone with no degree, so we're talking about no degree, right? You can only go so far within that corporate structure. But when it comes to a trade, you can go up to making $120 an hour with no degree. So why aren't we valuing this higher than this? Like, you know? So I definitely agree with you with that. Like, why are we only preparing our people to go to school? Why aren't we teaching them how to manage their finances? Why aren't we teaching them how to build a house, or just the logic behind it. You don't have to go and build it, but you have to know. So if you do get to a position, man, if you want to build a house, you know this person's not ripping you off.
You need to
Like-
know what the deal is. You need to know enough
Exactly.
to make a judgment for yourself.
Yeah. So why aren't we teaching more life skills? You guys have a life class in high school?
Nah.
No. A money class
Hit them books.
to learn about life.
No, I'm saying like
You just hit them books. All right, guys. I don't want to keep you here too much longer. Is there anything you want to talk about that we haven't discussed? I know we went on a long tangent, but you know.
I don't even remember what that little tangent was about. This
That
guy
tangent
said
was about-
he could name every state, every country,
Word.
by just pointing
Do
at
you
it,
want me
bro.
to name off countries in South
Bro,
America
you know,
and Africa?
bro, I need you to name 15 places in Europe right now, bro.
We could go South
15
America
places
and
in
Africa.
Europe right now.
South America
15
and
places in
Africa
Europe
first.
right now.
South America and Africa first.
Bro, anybody could name 15 African places, bro. Anybody can. It's a
they
lot.
Can't.
I can't.
No, they can't.
Really? Europe right now.
Europe, okay. Germany. Belgium's in Germany, right?
What?
Poland,
You said
Spain,
Belgium is in Germany?
France, the United Kingdom.
No,
Um,
no, that doesn't count.
that's what
Name the places in the United Kingdom.
Portugal.
What?
Portugal.
It's not in the United Kingdom.
No, it's in Europe.
What?
You said
You're not naming
Europe.
the places in the United Kingdom?
No, he said Europe.
Great Britain.
Right, but he
Great
can't
Britain
name
is-
the...
Wales.
Great Britain is the United Kingdom.
No, he can't name the United Kingdom because that consists of 5 countries.
Bro, so
See,
then
you
add
told me
who to the
something.
list. What are you doing? He's stopping the whole thing.
But you can't name the United Kingdom and then go England, Scotland,
I see what you mean. You can't include everything else
Wales,
that's
Ireland. You feel me? You can't do that.
All right, man.
But I just named this for you, so you can't even name this no more.
I was about to, whatever. Anyways. So, what else in Europe?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Well,
else is
4?
in Europe?
Is that like
Russia.
6, 7?
I already said Poland. I already said France. The Azores is in Europe, right?
No.
Okay.
What is it in?
Italy.
I'm pretty sure it's like
Let me see.
It's Italy.
in the Caribbean.
No, pass me the map.
Caribbean.
It's
No, I
like
think
floated.
it's-
It's floated.
Like Azores is
It's an
over
island,
there.
I'm pretty sure.
Make sure I can't see, man.
Yeah, you're cool.
Oh shit, it is in
Italy.
Portugal. Well, yeah, it's in
over-
Portugal,
over
you
there.
feel me? So you can't count that.
I said Italy. What's it called? Sicily.
That's in Italy, bruh.
That's how's that part of Italy, bro?
Sicily,
That's
Italy.
off to the side.
Sicily,
What are
Italy.
you talking about?
Sicily,
I'm pretty
Italy.
sure it's in Italy.
Sicily, Italy, bruh.
Where
Alright,
is
hold on, man.
Italy?
What else? Alright, hold on.
Do you find that knowing your geography will help you in life?
Yes, and that's why I feel like school, like to a certain extent, it does help you. You feel me? Like up until like S2, I feel like it's like a good structure for life, especially when parents are concerned, parents are working. You feel me? Your kids need to be doing something productive. So I feel like school's like a good production up until a certain extent, up until a certain age. But then you need to like get in the fields, start doing stuff with your life. You feel me?
Africa and South America.
Africa, good. 15.
Alright, cool. Niger.
Bro, this is the one you wanted to do.
Hold on. Niger. What else is in South Africa, bro?
Bro, what
Not
you?
South Africa.
You said Africa. No.
Like Madagascar. Morocco. Egypt. Ethiopia. So, is Somalia in the moon? What do you call that? Where's Somalia from?
Yeah, that's there.
Iran's in Africa.